Wait, Judy, who are you attacking here? Just the entire team? Morph? Grifka? He just attacked Grifka in the opener. Wait, hold on a second. They don't even know who's going first. The Grifka is already getting blasted out. Hold on. Cloak of Shadows? I think Judy's trying to challenge him. I think he's trying to go for a bit of a 1v1 with the guys. Is that what's happening? The entire team just getting blasted, just trying to figure out who's up next, who's up first. I think Grifka even said he's going to go last at the end of it. But Call of Duty, I think, just wanted blood. Smoke bomb down. As long as you keep the dots on the rogue, you might be okay. You just got to be a little aggressive. Grifka just got to scooting over to the side. I don't know if Judy was trying to get himself get some dots on the guy or not. Grifka's still out in the open. If you get him dotted, you might be okay. Bark skin, bear form? No, just bear form. But that's good. Pre-bearing the stuns, that is where it's at. As Grifka trying to see if he can crack those defenses. Judy actually shadow melding, I think, that final stun at the very, very end there too. Cat form, that's perfect for Grifka. If he goes in right now, this would be great. Hold on a second. That's exactly where he wants ya. Donna Barkskin, Frenzy Region may help you with that Heart of the Wild. Sporklock barely keeping you alive. You have no helmets over. Hold on a second. Picking up the eyes. Or not. I honestly thought you would have picked up the eyes, but apparently not. Interrupt onto Judy. Unless you got a heal right now. It might be a little bit of a rough one here. Trying to go for a clone. Does he get it? Shadow Melt, Shadow Strike. It is a rough one. Ah. Well, Judy, at least like Grifka wasn't supposed to be the first one out. I think he did say like, I'm just gonna go last. Because I feel like I've had a couple of games here back to back. You asked for that one. You attacked him. He wasn't supposed to be out first. But Zivi trying to see if he can have himself a bit of a go versus Grifka. Just kind of has to. The man got thrust into the front of the arena. He wanted to go dead last at the end of it, honestly. PI up for Zivi. Got himself the Shadow Fiend at the very least. Grifka able to just scout away from the guy. You gotta find a way to close that gap versus Grifka. That, or you gotta find a way to Shadow or Death as soon as you get around. Shadow Crash are huge though. Keep the rogue in combat. If you can juke him out, force him to Shadow Crash area, that'd be mad. Zivi taking lots of damage though. There goes the Aegis. Does go for the fear. Forcing a trick out of Grifka. This could be huge. Mindflay Insanity. As long as you don't get kicked in the nodes, that could be quite a bit of damage to the rogue. Gouge as the silence comes out. Does have a stun in case he needs to. That's going to be Grifka picking up the eyes just to make sure Zivi doesn't get access to those. And if Zivi is careful, he could Shadow Crash. Kind of crashes onto himself. Doesn't really know. I guess maybe lost track of Grifka for just a second. Flash healing before dampening super high is going to help you stabilize a lot though. No more trinket available. Does have a disperse, and that's disperse is really about the only thing he can really do. Secret technique may be really deadly. Viscerants are just doing a lot by itself. Dispersing really late on the Viscerants though may put Zivi in a bad spot. Honestly, it looked like he was gonna live the Viscerants. Now, if he does have a secret technique for you, you don't got trinket unless like you can somehow live for 40 seconds, and maybe unless you got like Spore Cloak, which I don't think you run one. Or maybe it's already got procced earlier. I don't think you got much. You got Shadow Meld. Maybe with a fear, you just gotta buy yourself some time. Zivi gotta find a way to buy himself time unless it's just over. Is it? 20 seconds of trinket? I don't think it's happening. Unless Grifka takes it easy on you. Cheap shot, full go, trinket, cold blood. I think it's done. Zivi, unless you somehow live it. Oh, no. No, I think you gotta be very careful with that disperse. Trinkets and disperse needs to be used for when rogue does have himself a cold blood secret technique. If you can trinket fade it or disperse it and just rotate those for every single one of them, I think that lets you live. Otherwise, I think you're just gonna be topped off on health, so you can just live those cheap shots and eviscerates for the other goes of the rogue. I think that's how you gotta do it. I think you just gotta save everything else, otherwise, oh no. Grifka with the Shadow Blades out in the open though. Athaman hanging out in the center of the arena. Honestly, I've actually seen Paladins and Warriors doing this other thing where they just go to like a corner of the arena. This gives Rogue a lot less cover to work with. Forces Rogue in a corner. Allows you to pop slows, pop stuns, and makes it much harder for the Rogue to reset, because look at this cover that Rogue is using. He got the bridge, he's got the ramp, he's got a lot of line of sight that he can utilize here. So for Atha being out in the middle where Rogue has so much cover he can get behind with, I think he might need to switch up the play. I think random corner, just out in the open, waiting for the rogue to come to you, might be a lot better than any of these ramps and any of these bridges. As Grifka goes in for a sap, as he picks up the eye. Is he just gonna sap out the eye? He just might, honestly. Cheap shot, looks for a reset. You're just gonna wait out the eye. He's not gonna let you get any value out of it. He's just gonna wait it out. And Athaman, trying to see if he can catch him. Dots are up in Grifka from the expurgation, I think is the dot from the Blade's Justice. Athaman not looking all that good right now. The stun. Grifka has a trick in case he wants to. Big damage out of Atha. Grifka not even worried. Disarm to Atha right after. Atha needs to find a way to ramp up the damage and blast out the rogue. Not having access to weapon, evasion right after, not a lot of health to work with, might be a bubble situation. That could have been maybe a trinket interrupt by Grifka, and I think Atherman could have been dead. Casting that close to a rogue, it is brutal. It is risky. Trying to throw out the hammers. He knows the Grifka is going to go for a reset. Does he go for a reset? Smoke bomb for a second. He does get a sheet death out of him. Wait a second, gouge last second. Hold on. Oh! He's at no health whatsoever. Wait a second. Atho did pick up some damage though. Bubble out of Atho in case things get rough. Grifka got himself Shadow Blades. Atho, does he have a human racial? He does. Does he use it? He uses it with a Wake of Ashes right after Stunner. Grifka trinkets out of it. Hold on a moment. Walter lived the secret technique. Does he live this? Oh my god. That was so close. That was too close for comfort. Kioska, get in here. Flare down. Catches him. Kill shot. Vanish. Oh no. Oh no. No way. Oh my goodness. Cheap shot out of Grifka before Kioska can really get himself a setup. The pet stabbed from a far side, couldn't even go in for a sack. Freezing trap, at least Kioska get himself a bit of a reset. You have Grifka in a good spot. No cloak. Actually, cloak coming back up very, very soon. No evasion. No vanish for a good bit. No trinket. Ender right now before you gotta deal more with the rogue. Throwing in grenades back to back. Just needs one big kill shot. Cloak of Shadows up right now. Apparently he didn't run his Cloak of Shadows challenge this time around, where Cloak of Shadows gives you that dodge. That kill shot just ignored it entirely. Also, your cheat death just didn't even do anything. Wait, no, you proc cheat death earlier. That's why. That makes sense, actually. Big Wake of Ashes out for Nina. Trying to see if he can deal with Kioska. Trinket as Kioska forces it out. That is going to be Survival of the Fittest together with his Spore Cloak, giving you a little bit extra help to work with. Full wings are up for Nina, playing the normal wings instead of the Crusade wings. Stun around the corner. Death Chakram for Kioska, blasting out Nina. Shield of Vengeance to give himself a little bit of cover. Kioska needs even more of a gap from Nina. If you can make yourself a bit of a distance, Steel Trap helps you, but look at the Nina's range though. They're not even a melee class. They're melee in name alone. Blessing of Protection may not be enough. Oh, it's just removed instantly with a trank shot. Stun right after. Does have himself a bit of damage to work with. This is where Kioska trying to see if he can bail out. Kill shot could be. Oh, the kill shot at the end does do him in. Well done for Kioska. Got himself a little bit of range to Nina. That was a rough one. But Kioska did not really have to spend a lot of defensives or offensives, I think, against Grifka, since the rogue already was kind of spent after the paladin. That was rough. Yeah, rogue wasn't even supposed to go first, boys. You got the Call of Duty that started attacking it. Grifka already even whispered me like, "Yo, I'm just gonna go last. I'm gonna let the rest of my team play. You guys are the ones that jumped on the rogue." He was just like, we were just gonna chill. Morph is gonna be up next though versus Kioska. Being a mage, hunters do have a slight advantage over mages. How? I think it just depends on the physical damage. Just goes right through the clothy armor, but also I think the range and the insta casting and the burst that probably would do it. This burst that probably does a lot of it. All the time for Morph, at least get himself a little bit of health. Icebug to get himself a bit of recovery, and it looks like Kioska just gonna bob. What? Did you ult the time back to low? Is that what happened? I'm sorry. I'm at a loss for words. I am not sure what happened. You were just fine and then your health disappeared. Was it just the fattiest kill shot ever? Was that just the fattiest kill shot that hit ya? What was that? It's gonna be leap for Forkbeard, maybe leaping a little too far. Trying to re-engage with Kioska, disengage, but a charge. Trying to stay on him as best possible. Catching up a little bit of healing. Quick stun on to Kioska with the disarm right after. Got himself a little bit of healing. That's gonna be a big Death Chakram, just absolutely whizzing past Fork. Tricks walking up, but just setting up a port, setting up a gate, just kind of setting himself up for the next go, because they're up next. They're not attacking. Looked like they were for a second. That gets up for a moment. Sphere onto Kioska. This is where Forkbeard had himself a big go. Big bleed onto Kioska. Needs to find a way to remove this bleed as soon as possible. Forkbeard still surviving. Got himself a little bit of healing. Got himself the pet that he can maybe at least kind of sort of heal from. At least he can generate resources off of to get himself that second one. Ignore pain. Stun for stun. Big kill shots. Kioska taking him out fairly quickly. With Trix going to be up next, immediately sending out the pet, going for the kill commands. It's going to be an explosive on to Trix as the stuns comes out. Is going to go for the coordinated assault. Wall up for Trix, just trying to use whatever defenses he can. Kioska having to go for a turtle shield here. Just needs to maintain pressure onto Trix. That is going to be a big old tyrant. Needs to find a way to stop the tyrant. Stun on Trix. Needs to line aside these pets as best as he can. You got to line these pets. More to call last second. I don't know how you shake these pets off. If you shake these pets off, this Manning Bennett is huge. Wait, Trix is not in a great spot though. Wait, does the Sentinel see ya? No, he doesn't. Big harpoon grenade. Oh, ho, ho. What? How? How do you do that, Kiosko? What just happened? Just turned it around. I didn't think it was gonna be Kiosko 1v5 over here. What is happening? Oh my goodness, my boy. God, this guy's brutal. This guy is deadly. Just headhunting. Well done. Well done.